How does it sound, you guys? I'm gonna need y'all to work with me while I'm testing this, because I have literally been working with the settings and things. And I tell you guys all the time, I know everybody does StreamYards. Well, I do Streamlabs because I like Streamlabs. It is so much you can do inside of Streamlabs. So I've been playing around with it, but gotta get the settings right. The crazy thing is that you can get into a lot of different videos and stuff to adjust your settings and everything, and want to say one thing, want to say another thing. So with contacting support, I'm told that, okay, you can hear, that's good, and I don't have any drop frames. So it was like I had to lower down pretty much a lot of, you could barely hear. Okay, let's get that fixed. How about now? How about now? How about now? Lower that down. Okay. See, then I don't want to get that in there. So how about now? Turn the sound up. Turn the sound up. Now you can hear. Okay. And I hate because you sound like a robot, but you know, it is what it is. So y'all have to bear with me on this live because I'm testing it. I like to be over here sometimes on this program as well as this streaming over here. So, but okay. Let me see if I do mic check, mic check. Okay. So that's all good. We're going to go with it because, you know, I had some things that I wanted to say, but I don't want to hear the screeching from the microphone. So hold on. Check, check, check. Mic check, mic check. Still the same? Good or no? Good or no? Everybody can hear. Okay, well, I guess, because I did come on here to talk about what I came to talk about today. I get the messages. I don't understand. Well, I guess, let me take that back. I do understand it, you know. I do understand it. I can get it with all of the, you know, the, oh, and, you know, stop, you know, leave my name out. Now she says she can barely hear. Okay, hold on. You might have to turn y'all volume up, too, because I'm trying not to have this screeching in the mic. I want to have a clear, crisp sound in the mic. But let me do this because I can also come on camera here in a second. But yeah, you know, it's lower now. What about now? Ah, mic check, 1 2 3. Mic check, 1 2 3. No, I'm not. The mic is in my mouth, Jan. I ain't sucking on it now. You nuts. Okay, let's go up a little bit more. Okay, we up a little bit more. We up a little bit more. The sound is very low. Okay. Let's go up some up. See, I'm gonna get that. So I gotta go in and adjust something in the mic. Missy, you can hear me. Quit playing. I'm going here. Hold on. Work with me, y'all, because I'm gonna get this right. I promise. Download to my nose. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Check, check, mic check. How's that sound? Better? Is it better? Can you hear me? Can I get a 1 if you guys can still hear me? That's good? Is it really good or louder? Okay, let's see if we can get it louder. What about now? What about now? Thank you guys for helping me do some fine tuning over here. Thank you, thank you. Hey, stand up. What's going on? What's going on? Okay, it's good, Jana. It's good, good. We're good. I thank you guys. I can, you know, I need help sometimes. I like this string a little. It's a little better. It's getting better. Loud and clear. We got a 1. I think we got it then. Almost there, but can hear you. Okay, so let me go I'm going to go just a little bit more. Okay, we're good. Thank you guys. There, I think I got it. Okay, fine tuning this. Okay, so I can come out of here because you guys are saying that it's okay. Great sound. Thank you. And I ain't gonna press no more buttons to the sound. So every time I come on here, it should be set just like this. I'm gonna keep these settings, and I saved it, and that's good. Okay. Now, why did I come on tonight? I tried to come on a little bit earlier because I wanted to talk about. Whew, Dr. Rogers came live, so I kind of wanted to rebuttal on that and see what you guys, are thinking about that. What were you, if you saw the live over there. But before I address that, just to, put the brush to the paint, because that was some hell of a paint over there, y'all. That was some hell of a paint. I want to address this right here. What I cannot stand is bitter butt, dry, people like bitter butt. Like, this is YouTube. And you got the people in your feelings. Like this right here. For instance, let me shut this down. Hold on. Let me open up where is it? Where are we? This one right here. I'm gonna open up that one right there. Okay? And the first thing that I hear, go check them out. Wasn't even thinking about it, right? Probably wouldn't have had nothing to say about it tonight. But I don't understand when people see other people, venturing out, having fun in other people's chat, where they take it personal, and the only way that they can fight is with defamation. You're this and you're that and you're this and you're that. And, like there's not a mirror in their house, or they're sitting on the top of encyclopedias or Britannicas and all of that stuff, right? The world maps, and they become the perfect genius out here. I have to tell people that I am so unbothered by all of that what they be saying. So it actually tickles me even more pinker. I promise y'all. I be over here like, really? Is this what? Hey, everybody. Hey. We were the ones that's coming in. The ladies are helping me adjust and get my live stream over here that I like to be on sometimes. So that's why I'm over on the Streamlabs today, right? But I gave him a listen. And the first thing that I started hearing was, and your teeth, and you're this, just rebuttaling and repeating what, a lot of people decided to say. That name calling, I passed that up, y'all, in like 3rd grade. In the back, in the back of the school, hey, that, in the back of the school, where you hear people say, your mama, or your shoe is ugly, and I passed that up. So, the level of that game is really funny to me, because I figure people just don't have nothing to say. The only reason that people will be like, well, keep my name out, or don't mention me, or stop talking about me, and all of this stuff, is because they have nothing else to say. These are the same people that will turn around and run commentary or shits and giggles like I do over here, and with the same tongue, like do the same shit about somebody else. However, when Pap does her show, Pap is not out here to cause any harm. Ain't wishing no death, ain't talking about killing, or nothing about none of that stuff. I mean, that's not the level that I'm on. But if that's how, this guy here, Bookham, chooses to rebuttal back, then I have to let him have at it. He as well had a decision, or made a decision on how he's going to build his channel. And his channel was built off of using Mr. Robert Sylvester Cali, making sure that everyone that is on the YouTube and that came out to find out what was going on with Mr. Kelly and how it went on and when did it go on. Well, apparently somewhere he decided to take charge of that. We noticed that a lot of people ended up gravitating to him because they found his stories very finding, oh, okay, well, he knows him. Okay, well, he talks about him a lot. So who else was it to gravitate out here? Because everybody was searching for answers. They were searching for some story times, and or whether if they were good or some of them may have been bad. We want to know until the storm came through, where you had a lot of other people start hearing different things. They started hearing different things about, something just doesn't sound right. And of course, like I say, and I have to keep going back to when I started out here and didn't know none of these people, like from Adam or Eve. But unfortunately, because now it's an unfortunately act, right? Sitting here thinking, well, this is where, I kind of heard him. And it wasn't over here. I had first learned of this guy over off of Facebook on some girl's channel. I just was scrolling back trying to see what was going on. So I decided to, you know what? I'm going to challenge with who, what, when, where's, and why's. He was the most talkative. He was the most personality. He was the most person. So I had some who, what, when, where's, and why's, along with, if that didn't make sense, well, okay, well, that tickled me. Like, why would you say that? Or why are you acting like that? If Mr. Kelly is this professional person and dressed nice, and I've seen quite a few of his Q&As, so I'm thinking, why would a person be like this if you're trying to represent someone, like a celebrity? So I'm not flattered, with the name calling. There's nothing that anybody can do to me about the name calling. That's third grade. They should have caught me back then, when I was going to run home to my mama and say, oh my God, Mom, they're talking about me. But that shit just doesn't work anymore. Not even calling or using the word dumb or illiterate or whatever. So when I see these people doing it, and and I'm in the bushes or whatever, because I do be peeping in like everybody else, I promise y'all I be laughing my butt off, because this is the only way that immaturity people knows how to fight. Not necessarily fight, I would say rebuttal back, and it is what it is. See, the difference between these people and myself is I'm unbothered with it. I'm so unbothered with it. I don't understand how, because we're under this umbrella that brought everybody out, Mr. Kelly's umbrella over here, where they get to dictate on who can say what and how you can say it, and your show shouldn't be this, and you, like, who? But then I'll click on, to see their things, and I'm thinking, well, isn't this the pot calling the darn kettle black? Are you kidding me? So you can talk about so-and-so and so-and-so by your choice, your own cognizance, that what you choose to run your life off of. But the minute if Pap opened hers, yeah, I got mental issues. I can't complete a sentence, so I think therefore I may have to say period to let them know that that sentence is complete and I'm moving on to the next sentence if that's what they need. But I get it. I'm a little complex. I am a little complex. I get that. But after that, I followed this whole debacle, y'all, from everything. From everything. If I missed some shows, I was sleeping. If I missed some shows, then I intentionally missed some shows, like the one that he chose to do tonight, which I would like to call it a freaking distraction. A total distraction. Dr. Rogers had quite a few people in her chat tonight. She did. And she brought out a lot of highlighting. You got to open your eyes. You got to open your ears to a lot of things, right? I couldn't help but to notice that after listening probably about 10 minutes of Bookham's whatever the heck that you want to call his show tonight. I don't even know what you want to call it because it's just a show now that is repeatable. I'm going to go and dig up what everybody is posted in other people chats, and then I'm going to come back on my live and, try to find the truth and tell these people this is what my truth is. I don't know how far he can go with trying to convince people about, who he is, what he does, I am the truth, or I'm this and I'm that. And if that's what his purpose is, then go for it. Go for it. But I'll tell you what I saw. I saw a lot of people flip the narrative from Mr. Kelly. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't come out here to allow anybody to detour my emotional state to fit their character. I ain't catering to these people. They cannot make me feel some type of way because they feel some type of way. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I have sat and watched entirely a lot of manipulation. Manipulation comes easy, you guys. Sometimes it's a self-feel thing. Not only a self-thought, it's a self-feel. It sends something through your body. You question it. Like, huh? Well, like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? But he's doing it tonight. And that's just my opinion. He's doing it tonight. He wanted to jump on the ball about the things that was laughable about on Randa's commentary from the other night. It was funny. Hi, Carby. Hi, Kareem. How you doing? Yeah, he needed to touch down on that. But the most important thing that touched down out here, he want to skip over that. But Pap, I'm going to talk about it just for a second. I'm not staying up that long. I just wanted you guys to help me with this, the settings as I adjust them over here. So now I'm never going to touch that button again. I got my CPUs okay, so the stream seems to be okay right now because I have 0 drop frames right now. So Dr. Rogers addressed it, some things that Cousin Levi put up. Okay, some things that Cousin Levi put up. Most of them came off as a threat. And I was sitting over here after I was watching him post it up. And this came in between of the situation that happened with Dubosky Gun. Hi, Next Level. What's going on? Being picked up by those people and taking him to a journey that he's going to have to go through right now, right? So in between that, you would watch Cousin over there and saying a whole bunch of things. But that hasn't not been the first time that I actually, been watching Cousin. All of you guys have been watching Cousin. And the times that Cousin sat over there with the Drunken Larry guy, and I'm listening to this man says that I need you guys to, I need 100 or so email letters written up that hit me here, and we gonna do this and we gonna do that. But I'm thinking, but aren't you sitting on the opposite side of the street trying to do all of these things? So the light bulb came on with me as well for that. A lot of people also notice, if you have been paying attention to One Papoose, that I don't go anywhere. I made that choice. I sat back and I watched, and at that time you got to make a choice. Do you want to join in, or should you just sit on the outside, sit on the curb, because it's a much safer place to be. It keeps you from being involved. It keeps you from being emotionally attached to people. It keeps you in protection of yourself. So I've done that. I've done it all around the board from a lot of people's channel. So I'm watching how cousin Levi, move. He grew his channel. I think when he first came on, I'm trying to understand. Like, wait, hold up. How the hell did this man? I ain't lying, y'all. How the hell he get from like what was about the 1,200 subscribers to like 15,000 subscribers? I was like, where the hell that come from? That was like overnight. How the hell? And then I'm looking at what his video views numbers kind of were. This was like before he got it, got into his channel real deep, because he just roughly flipped his channel to being or looking professional, with the music. Da 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 da. You wanna see my face? He got the music, all that stuff. But before then, he just had a plain a voice to a mic and was coming on Drunk Larry and things like that. And I'm like, 15,000 views for what? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so yeah, I paid attention to that stuff. And I was like, wow, that's interesting, right? So let me go click on how he, with the 15,000 view or 13,000 or 11,000, they were pretty up there, right? What was the commentary like at that time? Of getting those views. And I'm thinking, oh, it's by putting in the Levi for Kelly and then posting up the picture that a lot of us can agree with, that the pictures kind of look a little bit had some similarity to it. Got the bald head, the little side view, and then he wanted to pop out a song or two to sound like, mimic Kelly a little bit, and so on and so forth. So I'm like, but wait a minute now. How is it that a year ago or so, just because he would come on the Drunken Larry's panel and things like that, that he can cop out with 11,000 views? But now that he has upgraded his system and got the fancy things going on, he's not hitting nowhere near, the 11,000, 12,000, 14,000. You don't see that at all since he has kind of been, upgraded over here on his show. I get it. That's here, near, or there, right? So let's move on with this. I follow and I'm listening, right? And at some point of time, that people are really going to get exhausted, and it's like, just wait for it. Well, this past week, Dubosky Gun got arrested for whatever the case may be. Cousin Levi told everybody that, yeah, I did that. But then with the same tongue, he also is saying that, I'm sorry and woo, and I think that now that we can, he wants to help him out, and no man should be doing this. Now is, the whole unjust thing, and I'm like, what in the hell is going on? Well, Dr. Rogers come on today, and Dr. Rogers dropped some hot damn tea, y'all. Can I get some tea cups in the chat room? She dropped some tea out here. Now, one thing for sure, and two things for certain, y'all. You gotta take it back, right? Because she also had some words with Bookham, who also tried her and did almost similar to the same thing. And I would do this, and I would ride, and I'm gonna do, and and Bookham put on that whole goddamn charade. He was coming, over there, and Dr. Rogers came back with saying that, meet me here or meet me there, and then she come back again saying, well, you know what, I'm about to go take care of this problem right now, and you didn't hear no more out of Bookham's mouth like that at all. He shut it down. He wasn't doing no more threatening. He wasn't gonna go and see her. Thank you, child, for the teacups. None of that, right? So now I'm sitting here going, oh, thank you guys for the teacups. Let's put them teacups in the chat room, y'all. So now here comes, the cousin Levi. The only thing that is behoofified, I like that word, is that it's all happening pretty much close to the end of this journey. It's not the end, but this journey of what we've seen with Mr. Kelly and his sentencing and all of that stuff, right? And I can respect Dr. Rogers because she's saying that, you know what, I've been holding this in, and she left it alone. She said she mind her business on it, but she could have been came after this cousin or the cousin of Mr. Kelly, allegedly. But baby, she dropped this tea like it was hot butter in the skillet. It just sizzled, y'all. I'm like, okay. But cousin put a post up. He put her chair up. You know, he made a statement clause such as, you know, he would, matter of fact, let's pull it up and I'll read to you guys exactly what he said. And this wasn't the first alleged, apparently threatened, or, you know, how he was imposing things to her. It's like, okay, I said that I did Deboski, so now I'm going to do you. He's like going down, you know, the line with these people. So, boy, she said some things, y'all. She said some things, y'all. I'm like, ooh, child. And a bunch of it was like, tell these people why. Tell these people who you really are. And I was like, okay. Ooh, Dr. Rogers says she doesn't know him. Don't know nothing about him or whatever. But apparently she has done her homework as well to find out, you know, who was who. Well, I guess that the person that a lot of us are seen on the screen and has gained a big fan base. Let's call it a fan base. He has a fan base over there. So it's going to be torn in between whether if they are going to, you know, seek and choose if Dr. Rogers is telling the truth about this cousin, or is the cousin still telling the truth that he is the cousin somewhere down the line, right? I don't know. But before I move on with that, I also put up validation in my title. There's quite a few people that validated who he is, who he was, or who he can be, and all of that stuff. And the people that validated him sat on his panel. They call him bro. They, you know, and they join in as if like there's no problem at all. No problem at all. Bookham validates this man. Bookham validates him too. So if people are validating and they're comfortable with the allegations that this cousin may not be who he say he is, which a lot of you guys in your hearts were kind of feeling that kind of way anyways, with aligning to what Dr. Rogers has said, right? I felt that when I clicked on this goddamn YouTube, there was absolutely nobody out here that I was coming out here to put my emotion or connections to, so to allow them to put me in this emotional fan base group club that they have. You understand what I'm saying? It just wasn't gonna happen, you know. So these people knew. These people either knew or they know now, right? If they knew this or alleged to know this or kind of had a guess with it, but they just rolled with him, right? For whatever cover up that they needed to roll with Cousin Levi, wouldn't that make them suspicious and ops too? Wouldn't that make them ops too? If these people came out here, such as the Bookham guy, right? And I don't give a damn. I'm going to use it. It is what it is. This is the One Papoose show. And I have freaking theories. And I have who, what, when, where's, and why's over here without doing any kind of threat or defamation of character every time you click on this screen and blah, blah, blah. I ain't got to do all that shit. I ain't got to do that, right? But wouldn't that make those people a little bit suspicious as well. You come out here to represent Mr. Kelly, but yet then these people, and Bookham ain't the only one, Bookham wasn't the only one, were very, very comfortable sitting up there with with this guy who alleges that he is a cousin. Even, I think, Choke No Joke might have validated it until Bruce came on, and he was like, well, who is my father? Who is this? Well, cousin was very convincing to tell you people that that's not important. Y'all need to know that. What about my safety? I'm saying that they validated everything that this man had said, claimed to be in this fight or this journey for Mr. Kelly. They did. So, what does that make them? What does that make them? I'm just saying. She asked this man how you, that he has proven himself to be the biggest snitch out here. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that, and put a 2 in the chat if you don't. At this point, you're not going to be able to pull his fan base. They trust him. They like him. For the most part, a lot of them are not going to walk away because they endorsed him. They have given that man plenty of money for his story. So some people won't do what they probably know that they should do because, one, you never know who he done talked to. You never know who done shared their life stories, their personal life stories with people. People just can't walk away. It's like they done signed a fan contract, to these people. They done signed a fan contract to these people. Calling them all on the phone. Telling them who your auntie is and your uncle and all this stuff and what I used to do over here. All this shit. This stuff gets hold in the book with these people. So then when you is gone or you fall out, then they got some shit. You understand? They got some shit now, y'all. Be like, okay. My printer is trying to update the firmware in there, but I don't need to do that. Thanks to all of the people that have subscribed to the channel. Now that I can see the names, I can actually give some shout out as we go. That's why I like this Streamlabs, because I can see so much stuff on a different screen that I'm on. But it makes them just as crooked, you guys. It really does. She says that by him talking and doing what he had done, he came out and admitted that he had some doings with this whole Dubosky gun things. He did that. That's a snitch. He said a whole bunch of things over on the Drunken Larry show. Absolutely, Queen. Absolutely. No. Whew, girl. You girl. She asked, what did you tell to keep yourself out of trouble? We'll probably never know, because there are some things that Dr. Rogers as well decided to, you know what? We'll wait and see if he's going to tell it. But she promised his ass, if you post one more thing and you do some threatening on me, we gonna know about it. She gonna drop that information. Now, I felt that we kind of, got left a little bit high and dry. The bits and pieces of the puzzle, and everybody over there was like, tapping their feet, and the eyebrows was raising up, and the fingers was tapping. I don't know why. People choose to do their commentary as they do so, but we was left with that. Hey, Harlem Booby. Hi, sweetheart. We were left with that. We were left with that. But I guess it don't take a rocket scientist, but when you do get left with some open and closed subjects, you know, you're not quite sure, you as well, and I have to put this out here, you have to be careful on how you address the rebuttal. You understand? Because this is just how, you know, you just got to be careful. I can't sit over here and say and finish off what Dr. Rogers was saying, because she left something, you know, open and then she closed it. She opened up something, then she closed it. So you can't just go be like, you know, well, you do goddamn Levi, you know what? Tell us what you said. You know, well, did you say this? I can't do that. So only thing we can do is just be like, just wait for Levi, I guess, to stick his foot in his mouth out there. I guess, you know. Thanks for showing up, Harlem. I appreciate you. So, what did you do to keep yourself out of trouble? She also said that these people is waiting to see you at the court when he's going to come out at the court, right? And the crazy thing, like I say, because I'm talking now about the people that was validating this man, like Booker, like you know, they like to repeat the mockery of his what do you say, how he say certain things, right? They like doing that. How do you like doing all of this stuff if it is now being somewhat known that allegedly this guy, it was just not for Mr. Kelly? So I'm trying to figure out, like, how, you know, how do the people that actually validated him feel? How does that feel? You say, yeah, you told, we was all trying to get her, but y'all know how she work over there, right? Y'all know how she works. Sometimes if the weapons are drawn, right, Dr. Rogers is like, okay, I'm going to bring the bow. Because if I show you this bow right here, and I show you how serious I am, should be enough. And this is like your first warning. Don't let me get to warning number 2, because warning number 2 is a little crucial. Now she gonna lay those arrows out on the table. She ain't quite loading them up just yet. What do you want to do? Because she likes to express how, I don't want to do this harm to you. I just want to mind my business. You do what you gonna do over there and get yourself caught up on your own. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going off on you. No, I'm not. I'm describing. I'm attempting to describe how you go to war. You know, with the first warning, and then get the second warning. Are you going to keep doing this? You know, she stated, just like how we do, we all like to live safe. That's her domain. That's her den over there. But you have a guy out here that clearly wants to put threats up. You never know how a person is going to take that, you know, or whatever. Dr. Rogers always have shared with the community out here of what it is that she do. I don't see any much of her hiding anything for a while. There was nothing. But those people do. They do. So, I think that he's going to be bound to put anything else up. Over here talking about some, where did it go? I had it up a minute ago. I just didn't read it. What did he say? He says, and it have to start with the head, which is myself, which claiming, like Dr. Rogers spoke about, this is a person that likes to put himself up on a pedestal to make everybody assume that he's doing so much, you know. What's up, Pernell? That's what he's doing. So much, you know. But Dr. Rogers broke that down today, y'all. Like, boy, you ain't doing jack. You ain't doing jack of nothing, right? So I don't know. You know, she also says, well, you know, who you really are. Who are you? Show these people who you really are. Dr. Rogers says, because I've been knowing you. I done found out some stuff ever since you was in goddamn diapers. I was like, what? Hush your mouth. What she said she said she done found out some stuff all the way back from the diaper years, y'all, and to protect herself. You know, I got to do this. Yeah, you got to go listen, love bug. You got to go listen, right? So she put the ball in his court. What you gonna do now? Kind of similar to how she did with, Booker, because Booker went belligerent, and Booker would come out to say this and come out. Well, we ain't got to the good part yet, y'all. That's all. We almost close to the good part, but we gonna get to the good juicy part in a minute, right? God, boy, but she had to do Booker. Either you gonna shut it down, or we gonna keep it going. But I'm only gonna give you 2 times. Because I done laid the bow out with Booker. Booker made her actually pull the arrows out. And she laid them on the table. And she got in that darn vehicle. And she went taking off. And you don't want this smoke, boy. You don't want this smoke, she says. And before you know it, boy, that you ain't seen Booker over there tippity-tapping and tap-tap or nothing since. Yeah, see him do shit else. He took her serious. But what I can't understand is Bookham took her serious because he laid it to rest. I can't understand why he ain't telling his homeboy, cousin, and cuzzo over there, hey, dude. You're going a little bit too far. You might want to lay that to rest. You might want to lay that to rest because she said that you probably ain't going to be working with what she working with, but she did challenge him, cousin Levi, to try her if this is what you want to do. Now, if you want to get all into this scamming stuff that you do, like she said, that ain't my business. Go do what you do. But she also said, before you continue up that stuff, you might want to tell these people what you then did to partake your part in getting your cousin, knowing the situation and getting your cousin in the situation that apparently that he is in. Woo child, can I get some woo childs in the chat, y'all? But, oh my goodness, I cannot believe it. But he did put the threats up. This is to all of the people, I guess. You would ask, the donors. Let's talk about the donors. Why do you think the donors became the fan base without doing their homework? How do you think that people get trapped into saying that, I'm going to be a fan of you. I'm going to donate and support and do all of this for this man, when a lot of people said that they came out here for Mr. Kelly. Bookham became the star out here, not Mr. Kelly. Cousin became the star out here, not Mr. Kelly. Drunken Larry became the star, even though he has nothing to do with this side over here, but he became the star and established him a fan base, and so on and so forth. With a whole lot of freaking females. Females are vulnerable. We're vulnerable people. We look for people to start that leadership, show that they can have that type of control and they can do this fight and everything, right? But there was a lot of things said that Dr. Rogers stated on her live. We don't listen. A lot of people just don't listen. So I'm asking myself, well, what is it that you guys, what you guys were hearing, that's what you wanted to hear? That's what you wanted to hear? How well his voice was sounding? Or how well he pulled out an organ? My safety, until one day they really pissed him off, and he was like, none of y'all damn business. I was cracking up, y'all. I was like, what? He's like, none of y'all damn business. I'm like, oh, God. But the scamming thing How many of you all believe that, this was scamming? These people were scamming. They talk about how other people was getting in contact with the attorneys and this and this and that, but yet then they solicited the donorship of the Dollar for the King and then the defense fund and everything through I'm freezing up? Don't tell me that, Missy. Everybody says that the stream is perfect and you're saying I'm freezing up. We had some naive people. Very naive people. I never seen you do anything out of all of the years that I've been out here, Dr. Rogers. I've never seen you even rebuttal on anything about his lives. So that did come from left field. It was not only you. He was like, DJ too. Everybody's going down. You think that he get the picture, he's back to I think so, Daz. Never seen you. Never, not one single word. So that's why a lot of people were asking you, like, what the hell? Like, what happened to that? I don't know. Look at Shabazz. Shabazz, you in the chat? It's Shabazz. Shabazz, you sat over there with him too. What's the real dealio, Shabazz? What's the real dealio, huh? What's the dealio? As Shabazz, you sat over there on that panel with that guy. Did you not know all of what was put out here, or you as well decide to sit there and just run a whole, oh, you right, bruh, and the things that everybody is claiming that he was right on had some things to deal with Mr. Cali. This how this play out, bruh, and this how do we do this, bruh. Yep, you right. But you know what though, Shabazz? Out of respect, you was telling him though that out of respect, and that was just to I guess keep the fire from flaming up. That's all. But Shabazz, you all knew. So how did y'all run this long on these people out here? You all knew that man was not who he was saying allegedly that he was. When you and him went at it, Shabazz, you guys threw in the white towel, right? You threw in the white towel. We ain't even got to do this to each other, and I get it, because this is not how black men should be acting towards each other. And I understand that, right? I can respect that, right? But at the same time, it's like you fell into Suckerville too, though. You fell into Suckerville. Okay, you listen to your podcast. Well, I guess I'll be up on my list in the morning, because I like to drop my theories behind, especially yours, Shabazz. You be cracking me the hell up over here. You act like everybody was born in McDonald's some damn well and not on the street. So, but yeah, this is unbelievable. Like, how long was he going to be able to pull this out? It took a woman, Shabazz. It took a woman to drop some real jewels out here. A woman. And he has sat over there with all of you men. Book him over there, but bruh, and Levi said, and Levi, and all the time, you mean to tell me that Levi is shaky in the ass on this, on all of this? This is crazy. Maxwell, 20 years. Maxwell got 20 years for what? 20 years for what? Shabazz, you hear that man sitting over there, he be trying to call out Block. He's just trying to call out everybody now. Why? Why? Because the doors of the church is opening up? Well, they've been kind of open, but the only way to bring down only way to cut off the faulty switch, right, is that you know that the A plus, the plus, it's got to override the negative. But I don't know. I don't know. I cannot believe how y'all let this stuff just go on like this long, because you know what? We don't want to open up this, and we don't want to. Y'all don't mind somebody to come out and be scamming your people. You talking about? Oh, you talking about Maxwell? Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. What her years were. So I did. I peeped in on that one, but. Our people. But it's okay to allow somebody to sit there and do what they do. But I understand you can't make people mind up either. You can't make people blow the way you want them to blow. And you know, like I say, if it sounds too good to be true, 9 times out of 10, it's too damn good to be true. You got to fall back. You got to fall back. We've been talking about, you know, Drunken Larry. Drunken Larry is trying to get his book out here. What the hell, Jason? Jason, where the hell you been? Drunken Larry trying to get his book out here. Will he be successful about it? I guess we have to wait and see. But all of a sudden now, you know, Drunken Larry, he wants to tell the story about, you know, the breakdown of him and Angelo. Like, why does that even matter now? Why does that even matter? Same rule apply with Cousin Levi. People sit back and if he'd have done his homework with Angelo, instead of being so thirsty about clashing in on Mr. Kelly, then Drunken Larry wouldn't have himself in that position that he is in, to now where he has a story to tell. And this guy was foul, or this guy was foul. Now, I don't know where these people come from and how they make crazy stuff mad about another person being foul and on some crazy stuff. What they do that shit at? What they do that shit at, Shabazz? For real. For real. How do you have a dirty collar or manipulating ways or scamming ways or whatever, but because it happened to you, that now that Negro ain't nothing. That Negro ain't nothing. Are you kidding me? Like, come on, man. That, you know that, nah, that don't work that way. Only thing you could do with that is just lick your wound and go put some cortisone on it and a bandage and go sit down. But he claims he's got I'm buffering. Oh, maybe because I'm sitting on this thing. I don't know. But, listen. I don't know why I'm buffering. My stream is looking really, really good. And you have to keep in mind, though, Capone, I've been trying to work and do this all by myself, girl. Not that you know, my pride is high to go out and ask for help with the stream. There was just really nobody that you can really trust to even do that with out here, girl. These people will turn on you in a heartbeat, honey. In a heartbeat. Yeah. It really did. But I want to keep messing with Shabazz and Dr. Rogers, though. So, it came out now that, you know, this guy, Shabazz, hopefully, you know, all the filming and stuff that he claims that he has done, would be able to put out a little bit more stuff in depth, you know, including your role too, Shabazz. Don't leave your role out your filming. We don't like no half-ass stories. We want it all. We want it all. We want all the tea. All of it. Jason, you've been gone for a while, so the stuff that you're asking, that's kind of over with right now. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. If I don't get the likes, and I'm getting a lot of people that come on and they want to hit the report button, then yes, it will interrupt the stream, and that's not my fault, you know. If I can't get the people in here, and as I sit here and spend time to open up a live and stuff, and people don't hit the like button, I'm getting more reports, then yes, it's gonna distract the live stream. So, You said I just tried to level it down, but if they fuck the fuck it. I don't know, but that's just my opinion with it. Do believe that some of these people out here knew that there was just a really big distraction. A lot of people knew how it got together. We ain't got to the other big juicy part, y'all. Not just yet. Bookham knew, he played along. Drunken Larry knew. It is also said, quote unquote, that